two, one. What is up, travelheads? I'm your host, Bryan from LifeOfBD, and today I welcome you to Talk with BD. Today's guest is a hustler, the creator of Asian Hustle Network, a group filled with entrepreneurs or like-minded people. And we're going to touch up on the fast rising of the Facebook group Asian Hustle Network and the effect COVID-19 has on it. So without further ado, Bryan.
Hey, thank you, Bryan. I like that name a lot. Really honored to be in the show. So about myself, definitely about myself. We founded Asian Hustle Network on November 8th, 2019. So roughly 4 months ago. And our group grew to about 43,000 people now in 4 months. And to be honest, it's been a crazy ride. It's been really crazy. To us being in this position where we are essentially ourselves as the voice of the Asian community with the whole COVID-19 outbreak happening around the world and impact on this in the Asian community. And for us, we want to always find ways to help out and support each other. One of our 3 initiatives inside the group when we first started is 1, be positive all the time, and 2, create an atmosphere where you lift each other, and 3, we're here to exchange new ideas. And right now we're living up to all 3 of those principles. And for us, we hear everyone's story. We get 122 to 150 posts every single day, and roughly around 80 to 90 of those has to do with the coronavirus outbreak. And we're listening and we're doing our best. So I will dive deeper into in the podcast, but we started a relief fund to help out with small Asian business who were affected by the COVID-19. And we're starting a new campaign called Hate is a Virus, because we see all the increase in racism and in crime happening around the world. It breaks our heart.
Yeah, okay. So tell us a little about yourself.
Yeah. So a little about myself. I was born and raised in LA. My parents are immigrants from Vietnam. They escaped the Vietnam War. So I'm SoCal Vietnamese. And then growing up was very humble. My parents did such a great job of not telling us that we were poor. When I got to college, I didn't know I was poor until I met other people. It's pretty interesting because I always wonder why my parents would never ever allow sleepovers when I was younger. And it's because they never allowed us to go sleep over at anyone else's place neither. And I didn't realize that they were trying to keep us happy and show us that we had everything. And they did. You were very humble kids. Mm-hmm. And that kind of curiosity about why we never had sleepovers and other people's families kind of went with me to college. That's when I really met friends from wealthy families, and and I was really curious to see how money worked. So we never talked about money. It was almost like a taboo subject where we don't talk about money that often. We don't talk about investments. We don't do any investments because to my parents, investment is a form of gambling, and that's very taboo. And they think that the stock market is gambling. Real estate investing, although it's safer, is a form of gambling. So they don't take these kinds of risks. And that stuck me up to when I got to college, and I found out that by talking to my friends' parents, who at the time I went to their house, I'm like, wow, this house is so big. Just to give you guys even more perspective, growing up, we had 5 people in my family live in a 600 square foot house with 2 bedrooms and 1 bathroom. And we thought that was normal. I thought that was completely normal to share my bedroom with my brother and sister up until I was 17, 18, And when I got to college, I'm like, wow, you have your own room? Wow, this is crazy. How's that possible? And when I got to college, living in a dorm with 3 other people were like, oh no, I'm so used to having my own room. But for me, it's like, wait, you guys have your own room? What the hell?
Yeah. Humble beginning for you, for sure.
I was really shocked to hear that. So I'm curious about money and how it worked. So I would go over, and instead of talking to my friends, when I visit their house, I spent a lot of time talking to their parents. I found out that a lot of them are, doctor, lawyers, engineers. Every Asian family want you to be. It's true. And I found that, they had investments. They were in the stock market. They knew how to invest correctly. They were in real estate. It really opened up my horizon that when I was picking my classes, curious to get more into the finance stuff and the business stuff because I didn't know anything about it. And truth be told, I bought my first couple of stocks when I was 19, just to kind of test out the stock market and kind of learn.
Yeah.
It taught me a lot about the limited thinking that I was exposed to, and kind of created this abundance that I kind of cultivated and developed until now. That it really dawned me that there's so much money and resource out there that we can all really succeed together.
Did you feel like you needed college?
Uh, Hindsight, not
Mm-hmm.
really. At the same time, it was an exposure that I
Yeah,
got.
yeah. It opened
People
your
I
eyes for
met.
sure, right? Because you were
It really
talking
opened
about
my eyes.
the humble experience you had, and it's like,
Yeah,
was it the 1975 incident
1975
when
incident.
your parents had to come here?
Yeah, you're
Same
right.
here. My dad.
That when your parents came here? Our parents probably know each other.
Yeah, possibly because you've been to the Little Saigon in Oakland, right?
Yeah,
So my
definitely.
grandpa used to own Wing Long, the supermarket out there. So
Oh
I don't
wow.
know if you know that market. So
Of course I know the
okay,
market.
so we probably bumped into each other before we even met. So
Yeah.
isn't
Hmm.
that just funny? Small world.
Yeah. Your names are also Brian, so big giveaway.
Yeah.
And also you're in East Oakland. I'm in West Oakland.
Hmm.
Another giveaway.
Yeah. Not too far. There's a reason for
Yeah.
that. But yeah.
Yeah.
What made you start the group Asian Hustle Network?
So I started the group because I felt a need to bring the Asian community together.
Hmm.
And to backtrack a little bit, I'm heavily involved with the real estate community here. So I do a lot of real estate investing in the Bay Area. And then from there, I learned to grow a community of real estate investors. In about a year, we grew our real estate community to about 1,000 members.
Wow.
And I was thinking to myself, if I could bring together people of different age, backgrounds to work together, why don't I try doing this to the Asian community? And keep in mind that this is around April 2019. And I kept talking to my co-founder, Maggie, that I wanted to do something more, but I didn't know what. She kept encouraging me, hey, you can do it, you can do it. But I was like, what am I doing? I don't get it. What am I doing? It wasn't until we went to Japan around April 2019 that we started to formulate the idea behind the Asian Hustle Network. Particularly in Japan, we went to the Meiji Shrine in Tokyo, in which we read a lot of wooden tablets on the wall of people writing their stories from around the world. That really left a strong impression on us. We're like, oh my God, like we spent 2 to 3 hours reading everyone's story on the
Wow.
wall. So we wanted to bring this concept back. And then when we got back to America, I got invited to this group called Subtle Asian Trades. And that kind of got me introduced to using Facebook groups again. At the same time, I didn't really think much of that group. I thought it was a funny, meme group, kind of like 9gag in a way. I didn't really think much of it. It wasn't until the months leading up to November, around September, October, that I got invited to other people's Facebook groups. And I started to realize, hey, Facebook has Facebook groups. Why don't I create one? You know? But at the same time, I was quite nervous about creating this Facebook group because I was really nervous about people looking to who I am, what I do, all my past history. And once I got over the fact that I had nothing to hide, it made creating the group a lot easier. And to my suspicion, there are people liking my pictures from 6, 7, 8 years ago.
Yeah, they're studying your stuff. They're like, who's
So
he?
a lot of people are digging deep to who I really am. And once they realize that I've been this consistent person over the last 9 years, the group started to really grow. Because as you're growing a community in the Facebook group, the founder is they're the image of the community. People join this community because they believe in the vision and who we are, and are we trustworthy, and do we have integrity. So that kind of led to creating this Asian Hustle Network group.
Yeah.
And what's crazy with this group was that, before we created the group, we had the opportunity to meet, people who have their own established communities. I met people from the Jewish community that have systems and processes in place and foundation in place for them to support each other through business ideas, investments, mentorship. And when I tried to look for that in the Asian community, I was really disheartened to see that we don't have that. We have things are like Vietnamese group, Japanese group, Chinese, Korean, Filipino, so on. but we don't have a unified Asian group.
Yeah.
And that really left an impression on me that someone needs to step up and do this. So that was one of my first mission statements to like, hey, we need to look past that. Hey, you're a different kind of Asian, you know, we're all Asian, we're all in this together. And I wanted to create that mentality that we can all do this together.
Yeah.
And that was the real inspiration behind Asian Hustle Network, is to create this foundation for not only for us ourselves to succeed, but for future generations too.
Yeah.
As this is exactly what we've been missing for so long, and we need to be able to support each other, especially during the COVID-19 outbreak.
Oh, yeah.
As I mentioned before, we see a lot of racism increase, and unfortunately to the world, we are lumped together. We are just one race. It doesn't matter if you're Chinese, Filipino, Japanese, you're Asian. You're gonna get more than likely, and unfortunately, you're gonna get discriminated against during this time. So we need to really stick together to help each other.
Yeah, it's gonna be like that for a while too. With this COVID-19 incident happening, but yeah, I was at the first event in San Francisco. So you guys expanded all the way to LA event, which was even bigger, like 700 plus people. I was like, holy crap! And then y'all went to Australia also. It was like, wow, it went international. That was pretty cool. So
and we also had events in New York and London.
Oh,
as well.
okay, yeah, I didn't know about the New York one, but wow, that's cool. So it's like you guys have other events that you guys were supposed to have, but COVID-19 in effect, so you had to cancel it. But yeah, I congratulate you for like actually canceling it instead of like going on with it, because with the COVID-19, we don't know how bad it was at the time. But yeah, when do you think you guys will be planning another one?
Well, we're trying to pivot right now and really embrace the online virtual culture. So you're the first one to hear this.
Ooh.
But we're planning a virtual summit.
Okay.
We're planning a virtual summit that's going to be relatively big.
Yeah.
We're having it open to members from all over the world. And to our surprise, when we were hosting these individual events, people were constantly DMing us, telling us, hey, you need to host it in our city, this city. And a lot of members felt really left out when we hosted in a particular area. So having the opportunity to enter and really embrace this virtual environment to keep everyone safe from the COVID-19, we decided to, you know what, let's really embrace the virtual culture and go and do a virtual summit. So you're the first one to hear this. So we'll be announcing that in a couple months.
Okay.
It would be pretty cool to pivot it like this. And, you take every single bad situation and you make it work for you.
Oh yeah, I gotta be at that virtual summit too. I mean, so for Asian Hustle Network, your goal was to hit 1 million people in the group by the end of the year.
Yeah.
Will COVID-19 effect, do you think it slowed you guys down or not at all?
If anything, it actually increased our numbers because everyone's working from home right now.
Okay.
And because everyone's working from home, everyone's constantly on social media, on Facebook. So we've been seeing our numbers substantially increase. Some of the posts that we've been getting has been a lot more negative, and it's just a huge reflection on what's going on in the world. Yeah. I feel like it's our obligation to continue to uplift everybody during this time.
Yeah, because I'm reading people's posts. It's like there's a lot of people with business and they're losing their business and everything. Yeah, it really does suck, but yeah, that's why we have that hashtag hate as a virus. Tell us a little about that also.
Yeah, so this campaign was started by an Asian member named Michelle Hanabusa of Uprisers. So she actually posted inside our network, and I saw that. I saw an opportunity to make an impact. So I reached out to her, and together, me, her, and we have our third member, Tammy Cho. She's the CEO and founder of a nonprofit called Better Brave. We're working together because we're trying to create a message that we want to stop the racism and the xenophobia that's going on around the world right now. And the way we really involve our members is to have people post face masks on social media saying hate is a virus. And we also have people change their profile pictures to hate is a virus. We uploaded a picture on Facebook. LifeOfBD is a huge supporter of. Appreciate that. Thank you, bro. And not just that, we want to, similar to how we are embracing the virtual culture, one of our campaign initiatives is to host a virtual concert.
Mm-hmm.
We're gonna do a virtual
Wow.
concert with musicians, artists to like help each other get through this tough time and don't feel as isolated. And we're combining that effort with something that we've been doing in Asian Hustle Network. So in Asian Hustle Network, over the last couple of months, we've been giving away $1,000 to aspiring entrepreneurs.
Mm-hmm.
But given the COVID-19 outbreak, we are repurposing that fund to now be used as an emergency relief fund. And to bring more awareness to the situation, we're also raising our goal to raise $1 million in relief funds to help alleviate some of these businesses. So towards the end of our campaign, we're going to donate a portion of the profits and charities while allocating some of the funds to business owners via application process to help have access to money to help them cover some of their cash flows that they're missing over the last couple of months due to the outbreak.
Okay, that's nice. That's good to hear that you're always helping people. No, I've been with the group when you guys had like the first 2,000-3,000 people. I wasn't one of the first hundreds, but yeah, shout out to all them for inviting me. But yeah, I appreciate it. I appreciate the Asian Hustle Network. It's like I got to like network with a good amount of people. Like even just talk to them, like hear their stories. Pretty inspiring also and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, it's like, what's one thing you're gonna do once COVID-19 cools down or it's over?
COVID cools down, we plan on refocusing on our initial mission statement, which is to uplift entrepreneurs around the world, and refocus on our mission statement, which is to put more Asians in mainstream media, to have more Asians in investment in corporate ladders, and really push towards our goal of hitting 1 million. Because to us, hitting 1 million is a chance to create a bigger positive impact for the communities around the world. We really see our impact at 43,000. We know for a fact that once you get to 1 million, you can definitely create more foundations, more positive impact on all the Asians, not just Asians, but like for people in general around the world.
Yeah, and I can see you guys hitting the 1 million, so everyone, invite your friends into the group, because this group is the one to go, because I'm inviting my friends that are to go in it too. But yeah, Brian, I hope we could grab milk tea one of these days, and just let everyone know about your social media handles and stuff.
Yeah. So my social media handle is Bryan Pham on Instagram. You can also find my Facebook page, Bryan Pham, or you can search for me through my private personal Facebook page, also Bryan Pham, or just hit us up on Asian Hustle Network.
Yeah.
Any kind of Asian Hustle Network handle, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, not TikTok yet.
Oh, gotta hop on that TikTok real quick. I just recently got my TikTok.
Yeah, YouTube is just find us and we'll be there to
Yeah.
respond and answer any questions you may have.
Yeah. All right. Thank you, Brian. All right. Thanks, guys. See you guys.